Hi everyone, welcome to Paradran video lecture. Myself, M. Krishna, working as Assistant Professor in EEE Department, St. Peter's Engineering College, Hyderabad. Here in this video, I am going to explain three-phase control rectifier. So here we have a circuit diagram and waveform of three-phase of control rectifier with R load. This is a three-phase transformer, and we can say this is isolation transformer. The primary winding of three-phase transformer is connected in delta connection, and the secondary winding of three-phase transformer connected in star manner. This is a neutral point, and this is A phase, B phase, C phase. And the rating of three-phase voltage is 440 volt, 50 Hz, three-phase AC supply. And the operation we are able to see here. There exist three thyristors T1, T2, T3, and are connected to different phases accordingly. And there is one load connected to the star connection of secondary winding of transformer. And this is a resistive load. The resistive load, as we know, the relation between voltage and current is in phase. And coming to waveforms, look at this blue line indicating B phase, this red line indicating R phase means A phase, and this yellow line indicates Y phase. We can call them as R by B phases. And all these three waveforms are having the 120 degrees phase shift from each other. And look at this operation. This is output voltage when alpha equal to 0. Alpha means firing angle. Firing angle is applying to the thyristors T1, T2, T3. Means gate signal is applying to the thyristors. Based on the gate signal that we are applying to a particular thyristor, that thyristor is going to be on and allows the current to flow. For example, this T1 is going to be triggered and applying a gate signal to T1. Then the current is flowing like this from neutral point to VA through the T1, and there is a node. We'll discuss about the node later. And the current is flowing like this through the load and back to the neutral point. Suppose this is a node point, the same current will try to move this side also. There exist two paths, but what happened here? There T2 is not triggered and T3 is not triggered. They are acting as open circuit. Thereby entire current is flows to the load side. Due to that, we are getting output voltage. This we can see red one, and this is blue one, and yellow phase is not giving that. And we can able to see the for example, this T2 is triggered, then current is coming like this, neutral point VB, T2, and through the resistance and back to the neutral point. If suppose T3 is on, it is coming, the current is coming like this, entering into T3 and through the load. Like this, the operation is going on based on the alpha values. There we can able to see the three alpha values. According to the alpha values, we are getting the output voltages like this. And this, for example, alpha equal to 30 degrees, and this blue line indicating the C phase, and means what? T3 is conducting and allows the current to flow during this period. And this red line indicating the conduction of T1 and allows the current to flow up to pi. After that, this yellow line indicating what? T2 is conducting and allows the current to flow. When one thyristor is conducting, remaining two thyristors are off state. Like that, we are getting the output. When the alpha is greater than 90 degrees, then we are getting discontinuous output values. Look at this. The output voltage is going to be 0. This portion During this portion, there is no output voltage, and after that thyristor T1 conducts and allow the current and having the output voltage, and there this duration there is no voltage available across the load, and after that B phase is conducting and allow the current to flow and able to having the output voltage, and the same thing is going on like this when the thyristor T1, T2, T3 are going to be operated above the 90 degrees. Means what? Above the 90 degrees we are getting the discontinuous output voltages. Below the 90 degrees we are able to get the continuous values, but the values are going to be zeros. We can able to see this. The circuit consists of delta star. We already discussed all these points in the previous slide, and this is RL load, circuit diagram and waveform of 3-phase half control rectifier with RL load. Only change that we can see is R and L load is there. With that, these are the same things. Star connected secondary winding of the transformer, and delta connected primary winding, and this is the alpha equal to 0. For alpha equal to 0 we are getting the values like this. Alpha equal to 30 degrees we are getting like this, but alpha equal to greater than 30 degrees in this RL circuit we are getting the not only positive values of the voltage but also negative voltage like this. When you use a freewheeling diode, we are able to cut down these negative voltages. So these are the things which we already discussed, and the circuit consists of a delta star transformer and 3 thyristors T1, T2, T3 which are connected on the secondary star connected winding, and a RL load. When VA is positive, T1 becomes forward bias and conducts. During the negative cycle of the VA, the current through the T1 is not zero due to the inductor present in the load. So T1 will remain on during the negative cycle of VA for some duration. When VB is positive, T2 is triggered and the load current gets transferred from T1 to T2. At this instant, T1 turned off. During the negative half cycle of VB, the current through the T2 is not zero due to the inductor present in the load side for some duration. So T2 will be remain on during the negative half cycle of the VB also. When T3 is triggered during positive half cycle of VC, the load current is transferred from T2 to T3. At this instant, T2 turns off. Similarly, T3 conducts during the negative half cycle of VC and turns off when the T1 is triggered. The average output voltage can be varied by varying the firing angles of each thyristor. The waveforms we can able to see the output voltages for various firing angles, say alpha equal to 0, alpha equal to 30, alpha is equal to greater than 30 degrees. In these waveforms we are able to see VA and VAN. VA is denoted as VAN, VB is indicated as VBN, VC is indicated as VCN, which we can see in the waveforms in the previous slide. This is circuit diagram and waveforms for 3-phase full control rectifier with the RL load. This is RL load. The full control rectifier means there are 6 thyristors we are going to use in the configuration. There is 3 phases ABC. You can call them as RYB also. And T1, T3, T5 are called positive group thyristors, and whereas T4, T6, T2 are called negative group thyristors. This combination is connected like this, and make sure that the T1, T4 won't conduct at a time. If they conducted immediately, there exists dead short circuit which makes the entire circuit damaged. Look at this operation. When we see suppose T1 and T2 are conducting, we'll see the current is passing from A to T1.
నా దాంట్లో అయితే యాడ్ అయిందిరా మరి అదే కార్డు. సార్ మళ్ళీ అంటే ఇంత ట్రెండ్ చేసిన మళ్ళీ వస్తుంది ట్రెండ్ అని. సరే సార్ ఓకే.
Circuit diagram for
సరే సార్.
waveform. These are the waveforms. 3-phase waveforms where the bridge connected 3-phase control rectifier, and these are the waveforms which we can see for different alpha values. This is for alpha equal to 0 degrees, alpha equal to 60 degrees, alpha equal to 90 degrees. Then it is very easy to understand the operation. If it is more than 90 degrees, the inverting operation takes place. Look at this, alpha equal to 60 degrees. When the B phase is on, means able to produce the current to the load, then the B phase means thyristor T3 and T4 are conducting. Thyristor T5 and T6 are conducting and giving output, whereas this LF phase means B phase, T3 T4 conducting, R means T1 T2 conducting. Like that we can able to understand the entire operation. And when we see the alpha greater than 150 degrees, totally inverting operation takes place. Like this we are getting the negative voltage values, whereas at alpha equal to 90 degrees, some portion we are getting positive value, some portion we are getting negative values. When you take the average value, totally we are going to not getting any output voltage, indirectly saying that not operate at alpha equal to 90 degrees because we are getting average value equal to 0. Thank you for watching this video.